I don't understand the conspiracy theories about the Australia Act of 1986, so I decided to ask some conspiracy theorists to help them explain it to me. So some quick context, the Australia Act of 1986 did a couple of things, but one of them was to prevent the UK from legislating for Australia, which they didn't really do, but this was the final sort of legal, cutting off point of being, nope, we're fully independent as a nation and you can't tell us what to do. Queen Elizabeth II actually gave her consent prior to its introduction, so there isn't actually any controversy in its introduction, but I went on Facebook to ask this particular group, hey, what is actually your problem with it? Why do you think it should have gone to a referendum if it's just legislation? So one of their complaints is that it changed the royal title from Queen Elizabeth II, Queen of England, to Queen of Australia. And because we didn't have a referendum, that's illegitimate and such a title does not exist. Now the thing is, right, the Australia Act doesn't have anything to do with royal titles, and also you only need a referendum to change the constitution, which also does not mention royal titles. On top of that, the royal title was changed with Queen Elizabeth II's personal input and commentary, by the way, 13 years prior under Gough Whitlam. Which leads us to the next complaint, the idea that the Australia Act changed the constitution entirely from the regular version to the green version. What is the green version, you say? It's the exact same book, reprinted with a green cover. Only the book that I'm showing you is not the Constitution. It's the annotated Constitution of the Commonwealth of Australia by Quick and Garron. It is a book about the Constitution and about the constitutional debates. It is commentary. It is not the Constitution itself. But again, this book is the same book as they like to throw around, but with a different cover. Gough Whitlam never actually changed the Constitution, nor did he change this book that is of interest really only to, people with a constitutional law background. But wait, the Australia Act was passed by Bob Hawke. What has that got to do with Gough Whitlam? The answer is nothing, but everything that they said about Gough Whitlam, they also said about Bob Hawke, which is very confusing because not only does this conspiracy not make much sense, but how is it that you in this Facebook group are coexisting with the idea that the exact same thing happened 13 years apart? I genuinely don't know what leads a person to believe these kinds of conspiracies, and I don't want to judge them for whatever's happened in their life. But if you are the kind of person who is exposed to this, I want you to genuinely stop and consider, hey, can any of these claims be backed up? And if they can't, I think you're being misled, and maybe you should leave whatever kind of echo chamber you're in before you just get so divorced from reality, no one understands what you're talking about.